You know what I'm saying?
We got Coach D.
Coach, what up?
Yeah. What up with it?
How you?
I'm good. How you feel?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. Another day, another great podcast.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. D, you're going to get it.
So how are you?
I'm amazing. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm loving Vegas, so, you know, I can't complain. I wake up every day to do this wonderful show, so it's never feels like work. I get to meet amazing people, and, you know, hopefully we find out about your story, man. What got you into strength and conditioning?
Man, you know, training. I love training. I've been doing this since I've been a kid, you know. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, bro, and it's just, it became a part of me.
So
You know?
how long ago did you start?
Man, 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. 20
And
years
has it always been strength and conditioning in boxing? Do you come from track and field? What is the background?
Fitness. I've been doing fitness for forever, and the whole background started with me is just bodybuilding.
Okay.
You know, so you know, I just kept it going from there.
So anything specifically from your fitness or bodybuilding days that I guess led you to believe that you would be successful as a strength and conditioning coach for boxing?
Yeah.
How'd you do that transition? What made you transition?
Well, because I also was boxing as well.
Okay.
You know, back over on the East Coast.
All right. Are you originally from the East Coast?
Baltimore.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Shout out to Tank.
All day. Shout out to Tank. Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy. So you from Baltimore, but you be in the gym with Devin Haney. Ah, yo, why you ain't switch the camera faster than that, bruh?
Hey. And the bounty hunter.
Oh, Keith, that's right.
And
Yeah,
Keith.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keith out here making noise,
Yes,
man.
he is. Yes, he is. We working hard. You know, and I mean, you know, one thing I'm gonna say about Keith, he don't stop. He don't stop. I see him in action. Hard worker.
And by he don't stop, you mean in the ring or you mean when it's time to train?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Definitely when it's time to train. Because I train him.
Coach, I want to take it back a little bit. Obviously, being from Baltimore, you know, what made you leave and how'd you end up in Vegas?
That's a great question, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. What made me leave was I want to change. You know? I want to change, and I needed to evolve in a way for myself that I felt as though that I could not do back home. I felt like I reached my peak. You know what I mean? And if we're gonna get deep, you know, I'm really from the street. So I had to really just, if I wanted to change that, I had to change my mindset first and then make that next step to better myself first and then my family. So me leaving Baltimore was the first step. Shout out to my city because it made me.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? But I needed to evolve for myself. Self-preservation comes first.
So at what age did you make that choice, and at what age did you know, realize like, okay, it's time and make that move?
I think I might have been 24.
Okay.
24. I moved to LA first.
Okay.
You know,
Why LA?
I don't even know. I just took off.
What?
Just took off. Yeah.
Car, train, what?
Plane.
Oh.
You
So
know?
you knew you was coming to LA then?
I knew that for sure. You know, and when I got to LA, boots on ground, passing out business cards, training,
Personal trainer.
personal trainer. And then, you know, just got on top of it from there. I just never stopped.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got over to the West Coast with no job, just a plan
It's the plan. No
or an
job.
idea.
Both. There you go. Because I had a plan first.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So you didn't know anybody out here that was offering you anything? Not just job, but a place to stay, I don't know,
A helping hand.
Yeah.
Like you ain't know nobody in
a
LA?
ride.
Nobody in LA.
Why the hell you just get up and go to LA then?
That's what my heart told me to do.
Mm.
You know, and I mean from there I just ran with it. You know, I felt like as if I go over there, I'ma figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'ma figure it out because I mean I'm coming from the jungle.
For sure.
Yeah.
The jungle.
So who was your first fighter that you worked with?
Actually, I wanted to ask you because when you got to LA, you was just into personal training and not into boxing.
Correct.
So what was it in LA that got you into boxing? Because I see some throwbacks with Sam Watson and things like that. So I'm just curious how that happened in Los Angeles because there's a lot of boxing in LA. So what specifically was it for you in LA?
Just the overall training, and I mean just meeting different people, networking, and when I got into that realm of boxing, a lot of the fighters at that time was feeling my training, so I just kept it on that same path.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, who's the first fighter?
That I worked with?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good question. What was the first fighter? I can't remember.
So outside of Keith, what are other fighters you have worked with?
Keith would be the main one.
Okay.
The main one that I really started to really get in depth with.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But as far as the actual training with me, strength and conditioning is what I really base everything on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, absolutely.
But I thought I seen you training like Sean, Keith. I felt like I walked in the gym one day and seen you doing kind of like a circuit with them, like where it was 3 of them or maybe 4 of them doing the same
Yes.
exercise. I believe Bo actually recorded it, and you had them doing some core shit.
Yeah, it was core and quads to be exact. Yeah, you're correct about that. Mm-hmm.
So I just assumed you trained all the Bones fighters, so it's just Keith.
At the moment, it's just Keith. However, we are working towards other fighters in the near future, for the near future.
So for you, when you focus on your strength and conditioning, how in depth do you go? Do you focus, like, do you take care of like the nutrition aspect of it as well? Or are you at least letting them know like this is what you should be eating, or, break it down like, a day to day with you and Keith? Like, what is it? What is your role? And, what can a typical day working with you be like?
Oh yeah, for sure. With me and Keith, it's definitely conversations being held in regards to what to eat, what time to eat it, and when you should eat. The regiments in regards to us training is definitely deep as well. So I get into every aspect of the body with him. You know what I mean? Because that's very important and it's key.
So what was it about you that I guess made Keith take that leap of faith, since you're the first? I mean, he's the first fighter you got.
Great question, and I think that goes back to before the pandemic. Hassim Rockman brought me over to Bones Adams gym in 2018, and Hassim told Bones and everybody else that, hey, this the guy you want to get everybody in shape, right? So from that point on, I pretty much gave everybody that was in the gym a test run, a trial and error. You know what I mean? And Keith was one of them. So when I trained Keith that particular day in 2018, Keith remembered the workout, and we went from there from this year.
So, being as though this is your first fighter, what do you think you're bringing to the game? Because ironically enough, we're gonna have a very well-known strength and conditioning coach on in about 40 minutes. Coach Larry Wade, who's also from here in Vegas. You know, his background is obviously strength and conditioning and track and field, and now he's transitioned into superstar boxers. Really, like he says on his shirts, man, he builds champions. So yeah, I'm just give us a little bit of, you know, I guess what it is that you do and that clicked with Keith, and you know how you bring or will make him better.
My style is different. And shout out to Coach Larry Wiggins. I heard about him as well. You
Oh
know?
wow, you never met?
Never met before.
Damn.
Yeah, shout out to the brother. You know. But yeah, he paved the way, so I'm gonna keep it real. You know, but yeah, my style is different.
In what way?
High intense training. You know, I mean, I've heard it from many different people of my style being different, and I'm not just saying it for myself, but this is what the people say. So I'm just agreeing in regards to what the people say.
So when you say high intensity, what exactly does that mean when it comes to training a boxer?
Never allowing a boxer to let up, because in the ring, your opponent won't let you let up.
So what type of workouts are you doing with Keith to ensure that?
Oh man, it's so
Because honestly,
many.
he's not a mover in the ring. He probably is agile, but he's you know pretty much like, I don't want to say flat-footed, but you know he's not on his toes. Is a better way to describe Keith. He's more like, I feel like he's a little bit of a wide stance. He likes to kind of paw so he could loop something around. So I haven't seen him use high intensity, which I would just relate to a boxer moving, you know, a Keith Thurman, I don't know, somebody that moves a lot.
Bam
Usually-
Rodriguez moves a lot.
What, the band from this weekend?
Oh yeah.
I seen his last fight. I felt like he was in that pocket. He like to be inside.
Yeah, but I'm saying he moves, like he'll pivot, he'll turn, like he'll move a lot.
Like Devin. Devin is a mover. He pivot all fucking night that day. He was, you know, running circles around George. So that's where I assume high intensity training would most benefit, is a person that uses the ring completely. So I'm just trying to figure out what other exercises that he's doing. Obviously he has it because he's training with you, and he just hasn't have to show it in the sparring that I've been privy to, which I'm new.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because him and I, we just started together, I say a month ago.
Okay.
You know, so give us a little bit of time and you'll see a difference. You know.
Oh, I'm not saying that there isn't.
Oh,
I'm just saying that based off his style, I haven't seen him use it. So I'm asking you, what are those exercises that you have him work on to give him that explosiveness and, you know, that
High
stamina,
intense,
that
right.
high intensity.
Definitely, like wind sprints for sure.
Okay.
Wind sprints. With the cape on the back, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
like a parachute.
Like a parachute, you know. Hills, definitely a lot of hills, but different ways of doing the hills. You know, just starting with high intense speed up a hill, you know, to increase that that leverage for when you are in the ring to continue to have that endurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the most key thing when I think of strength and conditioning coaches, which is pretty new. Let's be real. Like 7 years ago, not every fighter had a strength and conditioning coach. Now, all of a sudden, every fighter either has one or wants to get one, you know? So when I think of strength and conditioning, I want to assume that you guys are adding endurance and stamina for that fighter, not just physically looking in shape, physically making the weight, but being able to fight. Like, to me, I consider Larry one of the best because of his trial, and it's proven, right?
You got to.
Some could say it's the fighter and it's genetic, which there is a debate. I don't know that we'll ever see another Sean Porter again, But Larry Wade has more than just Sean Porter that have been able to become world champion and show, good endurance and stamina in the ring. Alex Ariza, before his name got muddy, he was the man. Everybody wanted Ariza. So
what's the other one?
Canelo's.
The Hispanic guy.
Canelo's guy.
He's real.
Fucking, he had Andy legs looking like, sheesh.
No, I'm saying, what's that? Memo.
Oh, yeah, Memo Herrera. And he got a little bit of a track record too, though.
No, but I'm saying.
But he was with Marquez. He's been with Nadu Jack, bunch.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to think of other guys that have maybe been around a bit. But
Conti. He's strength and conditioning.
Yeah, Victor Conti.
Yeah, Victor Conti. Handi from New York City that Clarissa uses, Berlanga used to use, Jacobs used to use. There's quite a few. I'm telling you, they're starting to
pop up,
be more and more, I guess, relevant. You guys been in the sport. I always thought it was necessary. When I would interview, and it's like, you don't have a strength and conditioning coach? It's like it's like driving a car with no seatbelt. You got to give yourself all the chances at winning.
Coach, I gotta ask you, being from the East Coast, a lot more humid. I've been to Baltimore, so the weight cut in a humid location versus a dry location that we are here in Vegas. Is there a difference for you? Like when, if you working with somebody, even like you said, you used to do the bodybuilding and shit. I know y'all cut weight and things like that, and it's very low body fat percentages.
Correct.
So is there a difference, in humid versus dry, like from your end, from a coaching perspective? Like, is there a difference? Would you have fighters or just anybody you're training do different things to get that weight off of them?
Yeah, it's the difference for sure. The humidity makes you feel, it seems a lot more hotter, and it is because it's humid.
And you sweating,
and
right?
Sweating constantly.
You sweating.
Yeah, for sure. So I would definitely say it's a difference.
Easier to cut the weight in humidity,
Correct.
I feel like, is there a difference? Like, no doubt about it. I walk out of my Florida home, I'm sweating.
Right.
The humidity makes me sweat. So out here, it could be 109. I'm not sweating, but if I start working out,
you're going to sweat.
I'm pouring.
You're pouring.
Like yesterday, it wasn't even 100. And, bro, that jump rope had me dripping.
And I think that's the desert. The desert heat is just different.
Yeah, it is
different. Yeah, for sure.
So they're asking, are you certified? Which I don't even know what does that mean. Is there a curriculum you have to take now these days to be a strength and conditioning coach?
Well, I've been certified through ACE training, so it's all in one when it comes to that training of being certified. And I've been certified for the last many years. Different recertifying after a certain period of time. Yeah.
You were saying?
No, it was just crazy. For me, do you feel that like now that you've been working with Keith and being here in Vegas that maybe there's more eyes because of, it's Vegas and you never know who you're going to run into. You never know who's going to walk into that gym. Obviously, social media is a crazy world. People share and repost. So have you had any other big people reach out, maybe outside of boxing as well?
So, far as now?
Yes.
Or not at the moment?
Okay.
No. Yeah, but I will say that's a good question because I'm like that guy that no one really knew about in this realm, right? However, I'm gonna let my work speak for itself to where as though all eyes will be on me when the time comes, because it takes time to build that resume.
Yep.
And however, when you come across that right person at the right time, everything it is show when it's time.
And you think that's Keith?
I believe that's Keith.
Why?
Because Keith is he has the ability to become a superstar, and his history of boxing, and having a name for himself, will help me promote my brand as well. You know, so it's all about timing and leverage.
Do you think that it could be a bit frustrating because it's you playing the long game? Like you playing the long game because obviously not just does your product have to work, but it's gonna take time. And in order for it to show that it works, you know, it's gonna take time. So that means that a fighter, not just Keith, but anybody would have to be with you for a certain period of time in order for it to show like, yo, my shit really worked.
Yeah.
Do you find that to be maybe a bit frustrating or maybe a bit discouraging because it is a long game that you're playing?
I agree with you, but you know what? Never frustrated, because I have patience, and I understand that everything takes time. You know, so with having the patience to understand that, you know, just always being on site to take care of business, that time will come. It's just like here, like now, on your platform. You know, I never thought that I'd be on your platform to sit here and talk to you guys about what I'm doing now. You know, so it's all about timing. You know, and I mean, you know, the weight game, you know, is definitely it could be for some, but not for me, frustrating.
So how were you able to put together a curriculum for your fighter? Like, how did you know what exercises would work and translate to making that fighter better in the ring when you've been fitness and physique more, right? Like you're looking to look good, not necessarily perform great.
Well,
originally, I'm saying.
No, I got you because I've trained athletes before this as well, like Booby Gibson.
Okay.
You know, getting them ready for the NBA. You know what I'm saying? The Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right.
You know what I mean? So I've trained other athletes that I have non-disclosures with as well. You know, so when it comes to, you know, that particular point of understanding, like for an example, I'm gonna use Keith. You know, I came to the gym, looked at him, I observed him and seen and watched him spar. You know, so now I can see what the strength points are and the weak points are. Right? So I was able to narrow it down to say, this is what I'm gonna do for Keith, because I can see where he's strong.
But my thing is, how do you know which exercises translate best for a fighter? You know?
Well, you just put him to the test, because knowing you don't know until you get that person with you. You know, so again, you have to observe that individual to see his or her strong point. You know, in their body. You have to observe it.
Coach, so obviously you saying that there's things that may work for Keith being a fighter that may not work for the next fighter, as far as like the strength and conditioning. So you may have to do certain things with Keith and maybe switch it up for the next fighter because their body may react different or they may answer differently.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And you say you train Booby?
Yeah, correct.
To get him ready for the NBA?
No.
Oh, wow, he was in the NBA.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
On his off season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember Booby. He was with Keisha Cole for a while, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I remember Booby. It was off. It's fucked up. This is gonna sound bad, but I remember him from I think he was like on Love and Hip Hop or something like that.
Yeah.
And then that's when I found out who he was. Went back and did my research, but
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not a runner, man. I don't like running. I'm a heavyweight. That shit ain't good on my knees. You know, and stamina and endurance is kind of like the kryptonite of boxing. Like, you know, you go into certain gyms and it's painted on the wall, like stamina makes cowards out of men or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have it, you're going to look bad. You're going to want to quit. You want to fold. You're trying to get out the ring. So what would a person like myself and Danny, because he don't like to run. I at least don't like to run, but I know we need to run. So I even yesterday, I'm like, yo, we should run around the building before we start.
Yeah.
Like, nah, what the fuck for?
But I'm gonna tell you something. I did 7 years in the military, and you know we got to run through the fitness test. In between, I would never run, bro. I'd always do like another form of cardio. I fucking hate.
No,
running.
I hear you, but when I did run, I lost the most weight of my life.
See, and then the thing with us too, like I'm used to running up there, like that's like another 2,000 feet high in altitude
where?
in Indian Springs.
Oh, so you only he got to go to specific places to run. Check this guy out.
Nah, that's where the fuck I worked at, so that's where I had to run at. And bro, I hated the air. The air quality out here is fucking dog shit to begin with. Like the air quality in Las Vegas is terrible, and then high altitude, bro, you can't even fucking breathe. I'm like, motherfucker, I hated this shit. I hated this shit.
So what would you recommend to build stamina and endurance?
Oh man, the first things first is to change your diet, man.
Okay. Well, we are actually, shout out to Foodie Fit. We are definitely, our diet has changed. I ain't gonna lie, I still intake some sugars. You know, I have a little Kit Kat here, but even my cookies are either keto cookies, you know, distributed through Foodie Fit, the dieting company that we're using, meal prepping company that we're using. So outside of that, maybe some juice.
Okay, like fresh squeeze, pressed?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
like
right.
Tropicana store bought.
Oh.
You know, powder iced tea.
Oh. Okay.
Nah, that's him though. I swear to
Straight water at home?
Nah, like the most I do. Nah, at home only water.
Oh,
Like I don't have shit else but water. Like
Wow.
I seen some juice. My cousin had some juice the other day. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I don't need to drink this shit. But
Damn.
but I will like in the mornings. I always have coffee, and I do put creamer in it. No sugar.
I don't do no creamer.
But no sugar.
I'm black.
No sugar. But you know, obviously the creamer.
And
has
honestly,
sugar.
I keep telling them to cut that creamer because I just stopped that before I came to Vegas. And sugar, like regular white sugar and creamer, that shit had me with a big stomach. Like I feel like cutting that out alone took down some inches.
Yeah, I mean, like you know, I don't do the sugar, but I do the creamer. So
because the sugar for real, it damages your nerves. People don't know that it damages your nerves and it damages your brain cells.
How so?
Because whatever they have in there, you know, it damages it. So your body will look for that sugar when you don't have it. That's why a person can have a breakdown. You know what I mean? If they don't have that sugar in their body, it's like an addict.
No, it is like an addict because I swear to God, I'll eat a whole dinner and then I'm like, man, I need a snack. I need something sweet.
You start fiending.
You do.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. I went to the ice cream shop last night. We found one.
Yeah.
you terrible motherfucker, bro.
But again, I'm not training to fight. I'm training to look good on camera.
Nah,
I can have a little snack. First of all, dudes my age ain't working out for as long as I'm working out or as hard as I'm working out. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
I seen you in the gym too, bro.
They ain't working out as hard as me.
In that work when that bag. I saw
and I'm
you.
better now because I was out of shape then. We're going consistently now.
I'm already down 25 pounds in less than 2 months.
Oh, salute.
And that's been mostly diet.
Yeah.
I'd say at least 15 pounds of that was diet because we wasn't working out consistently. And even now, at most, we getting in 4 days a week.
Which is good.
Which is
for the
good.
common man.
Nah, it's good. It's good.
That's
It's
great.
It's good.
We went Saturday last week, and I like Saturdays. I want to keep going Saturdays, man, because you know the weekend, your mind, you know, and your ladies like, oh, let's go out to dinner. Fuck, I ate this 1,200 calorie meal.
Yeah.
I'm used to these foodie fits. Them just be like 320, 450.
Right, it's keeping you down.
Yeah, it's keeping me down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So those exercises, I forgot. We cut you off and ran down a tangent.
But no, you was asking, you know, what could you do?
Yeah.
And I said the first thing you would do was change your diet. You know, your diet is everything, man, because that regulates the system. You know, in order for you to move that train, you gotta clear the smoke.
For sure.
So
we have done that, like I said. So now what would be our next step? Because we have been dealing with this meal prepping company for at least a month now, right?
It's been about a month and a half.
Yeah.
And then like I said, we've been back working out. So we'll do, usually it'll be a boxing workout and then he'll do some weights after. I'll do cardio after because I think with you trying to change more your physique.
Yeah, I want to look better.
And for me, obviously we want to look better, but I definitely want to lose weight. Like, I got up.
But he don't want to believe me. You the strength and conditioning coach. Isn't it better for him to implement some weights because muscle burns more fat, right?
Correct.
And
absolutely.
I didn't disagree. I just said I wasn't gonna do it directly after my boxing
But you could still do your little elliptical or cardio and get your fucking weights on
Yeah.
because it's gonna also tone your arms
Nah,
and
for sure, for
shoulders up.
For sure. For sure.
But you got to think every time we there. All right, hurry up, because we got, bro. It's we always rushing to
Nah,
get
I
somewhere.
get it in. I mean, Saturday
Yeah, Saturday
I
was an
couldn't do
exception.
weights, but I definitely try to do 3 sets of 3 different exercises that pertain to weight. So like I'll do, let's say, bench press, maybe triceps, and then a leg press.
Yeah.
And then the next day, leg curls, lat pull downs, maybe biceps. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And just keep changing. But I do 3 and 3 sets of each. You be on your elliptical. He be here, like on live, and shit. I'm like, bro, come get some of these weights.
He be locked into that cardio.
Sweating more than you though.
Sweat.
I don't know, man. I use my watch. Listen, when you like yesterday, so yesterday I did flat bench,
Yeah.
incline,
Yeah.
and then dumbbells on the flat bench.
Isolation.
All supersets.
Isolation,
Like
yeah.
boom, boom, boom. Bro, when I got to them dumbbells, my spot Madison left. I was like, oh shit, you could feel that. And then I tried to do the butterfly, but that machine's so new, I ain't really understand it. It had either C and G and go through numbers of 1, 2, 3. It was just crazy. But I was trying to do the wire chest press on that. It's just, I don't know, that shit felt fun. I felt like I was working out more my shoulders than my chest. But yeah, man, we still ain't getting around to them exercises. That's stamina exercises. I need stamina exercise. Because right now I'm like, my cardio consists of jump rope.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll get on next to him on the elliptical.
You say stamina, I would definitely say burpees.
Oh, wow.
Burpees for sure. Like you can, that's a full body workout. You know.
It's funny. Numerous people in the chat earlier was like burpees. Like it was like you do enough burpees. One person said you do enough burpees, everybody gonna get abs. They're like they may be hidden, but you'll have them.
That core gonna be strong.
Damn.
It's gonna be strong. Yeah.
I ain't never in my life had abs. ever.
I'm trying. I might have been 17 because you know I play like Pop Warner, basketball, all that shit. I was on 3-man tournaments in the summer, so maybe at 17 I had abs by mistake. You know, I was thinner than my son, so I ain't seen that in a minute.
Yeah.
But I'm getting close
Do some.
in terms of losing inches. Like I remember in 2017, I got a 4-pack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was training for that fight. I had a 4-pack. I couldn't get that bottom.
You had a 4-pack, huh?
At the top.
Yeah, at the top.
The
yeah.
4 at the top. That was easy. I got the picture to show that.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
But that bottom, I don't know about that bottom.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, all leg raises with those. You know, but burpees, mountain climbers. You know, you military. I mean.
I was Air Force though. We was spoiled.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, we was
okay,
spoiled.
okay.
Yeah, we only did like.
So mountain climbers, huh?
Yeah, mountain.
I could do
climbers.
those.
Yeah, kill them.
I
Those
fucking
don't-
hated burpees.
Those don't look as bad as burpees. Burpees is
If you do them right, you will feel those mountain climbers. They may not look as bad or as tough. They tough. They tough.
it's just hard to stay disciplined on getting to the gym and actually doing core exercises. You know, you look at it and it's like, damn, I've been here an hour and a half. Still got to do weights, still got to shower.
Yeah.
It's like, shit.
Well, you know
I mean?
what? I'm gonna say this to you though. You know, you should not be in the gym longer than an hour.
How?
Because
You shadow boxing 4 rounds.
Oh, you mean as boxing or
Because I do it all.
Okay.
I ain't got time to come back twice a day.
And that's what I was saying, that I don't like to lift right after. Like when I play football, bro, we lifted in the mornings, and then after school we have a full, practice.
Yeah, but who the fuck got the luxury to go to the gym twice a day? That's a fighter who that's his job is to work on his body. Like me,
Well,
I got to get there once
or you,
and that's
or
it.
you
No.
come back tomorrow and do it. That's the
So then the
dedication.
next day is no boxing?
That's the dedication though. Because
I love boxing. I
Yeah.
need to box every day. I love doing pad work. I love hitting the bag, jump rope, all that. So I just do all that, then add in my
See,
strength
I
and
told him
conditioning.
because mind you, we got a private gym.
Yeah.
So I told him, I'm like, champ, let's lift in the mornings.
Crazy.
Or I told him, I said, at least let's do one of our
Bro,
workouts
we go live
in the
at
morning.
6 a.m. So what is he even talking about?
Bro, we could be in up from 4 to 5. Shower, we got showers.
Bro, I'm old as hell. I already go to sleep at like 8, 9.
Yeah.
How I'm gonna wake up or go to sleep earlier? Like, I read you
It's
crazy.
1 hour earlier, bro.
Nah.
Think about it. It's 1 hour earlier.
I'm good. But I'm gonna try the mountain climber. I swear, they seem less, like I'm less resistant to do those. Like I think about abs and sit-ups, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
And we got the machine though. How good is the machine? Should I stay away from it because I still got body fat? Is the one where you sit and you put the weights on, but you
Oh,
got,
yeah. The
and
pullover.
you got to pull it
Yeah,
down.
yeah, you know
Should I
what?
stay away because I'm still too fat?
Nah. Because what you're doing, you building your core,
Okay.
strength, right? But once you strip that fat that you have, it'll still be there.
Okay.
The strength. But keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah, that little machine ain't feel hard either.
Just keep cutting that weight though. Yeah, keep cutting that weight.
Well, that's what the jump rope and any other cardio. Still waiting for you to give me some stamina. Well, you said burpees, and that would definitely help.
And the mountain
climbers.
And the mountain climbers.
Yeah.
Those would both help with cardio.
So,
too.
coach, you was talking about running hills.
Yeah.
So obviously, I live in Henderson, so we actually have hills, but we got obviously the treadmill. So what about doing shit on incline? It was something that I used to do that really helped me for weight loss. Wouldn't you still? I mean, couldn't that be like couldn't you replicate the hill through doing inclines
On the treadmill?
On the treadmill?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. You know?
Okay.
And I mean, the incline would definitely increase your stamina and your ability to continue to evolve or elevate with your cardiovascular. Yeah.
Am I tripping or does it? I feel like incline. I feel like when I'm on the incline, I almost feel it like in my core too, because you gotta like keep yourself up. Like when you're on the incline, you gotta keep yourself up. So I don't know. I be feeling that shit like my lower. I don't know what it is.
And you know what? When you're on the incline on a treadmill, you see most people will hold the side of the rail, right? Nah, you don't want to do that because it's kind of like a support.
Yeah.
Right? You want to let your hands by your side or move in motion, right? And you feel that actual incline for real. You know what I mean? Because now you're moving like you're actually walking up a real hill, So up a real hill, you're not holding on to anything. You're moving in motion, right? And I'm going to tell you like this, to be honest with you, the toughest one that you really want to do to really build would be the Stairmaster.
I was about to say that. Like my uncle used to love the Stairmaster, but I'm starting to see a lot of fighters do Stairmaster. But I feel like, how does that work when you going so slow? It ain't like people running up the stairs. They're like 1,
No,
2.
it has levels.
No, I know it has levels, but
Yeah.
I've never seen no one on a Stairmaster like
Oh, no,
this. They more like one step, two step,
That's the
three step.
individual. Yeah, but it has levels to where you.
No, I know
move.
it has.
Yeah,
I've been on the
yeah.
Stairmasters.
Oh,
Nah, but still though, honestly,
we don't have one though, and Bones don't got one.
Bones don't have one.
honestly though,
He got something though. He does have like some push down shit. Remember,
Yeah.
you tried to get on it, but it ain't work.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
or either that or I couldn't figure this shit
Yeah.
out. Yeah, no, I feel like even with the step, bro, you do that shit long enough, that shit'll kill you.
It's gonna break you down.
I don't see how the people that do it. I mean, I take my hat off.
I see
to them.
girls on it all the time.
No. I was gonna say, people. I take my hat off to them, but I don't see how they do it on 9/11. They'll put on the firefighters will put on their full get up and do the amount of stairs from like whatever.
Oh,
point,
wow.
And you.
But
see
they go to a gym.
They'll go to a gym obviously and just do it on the Stairmaster, and it tells you how many stairs.
Well, I mean, for them, that's good. Obviously, you want to make sure that these firefighters can go up a certain amount of flight of steps with all the equipment to save some people's lives. But I got some questions for you, Derek. James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas says, what have you found to be the most discouraging thing about coaching?
An individual not believing in themselves.
Okay. That is frustrating, man. You got to constantly be someone's motivator, or you see the potential in them that they can't see themselves. So what do? Do you turn away? Does it turn you off, or do you keep trying to bring that lion out of them?
I keep trying. I keep beating. I keep beating. Now, because
I like the word beating. I got to slow you down there because I'm a tough love kind of guy. Like I'll tell him I ain't being nice. It's like, what? You quitting? You pussy?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, that's how you do it?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Because some people like, no, that's not, they feel like that could be a little too aggressive.
No, it's not too aggressive because some people need that.
Exactly.
And they don't know that.
Exactly.
So, Coach, but you just got done saying that not every workout would work for the same people. So what if not everybody responds the same?
Well, that's the workout. That's not that ain't me. That ain't me.
The mindset.
Motivating for the mindset. It's different.
But I'm saying, some people, they get going different. Like,
It's true.
That's true.
Like fighters, some fighters fight down to their competition, some fighters don't. Like, everybody's different. I'm just saying, what if you come across that fighter that don't respond to
aggressive motivation.
To aggressive motivation, but you see he got the talent. You see he like that. But
you're right though, because some of you coaches, not just strength and conditioning, but coaches, they got to be fathers. Some of these kids need a father figure, and I could see what you're saying about someone being stern may be a turnoff, but I prefer it.
Yeah.
Tell me I ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
Tell me I need to do it better. Tell me I look like a girl. Fuck that, because I'm going to go harder.
Yeah.
I want to go harder. So, I don't know. I prefer it.
I think, and I agree with you. However, to answer your question too, I think what happens is now I got to change my tone, but I'm going to still be firm, because delivery is everything, right? So if I deliver my message to that fighter, or even that individual, right? I'm a know how to respond to that individual while working with them.
okay.
Yeah.
Everybody like, you should be self-motivated. No one should have to push you if you can't do it. But people, like, I am self-motivated, but it's not for everybody. Like my lady needs to be motivated,
But I feel like we all do in times, though. It's times you don't want to do shit.
Yup.
I'm like, man, come on. You know?
Or I might throw it out there, like, subconsciously, I'll be like, I don't want to go to the gym. Yo, you trying to go to the gym? And he's like, yup. I'm like, oh, all right. And we go to the gym.
Yeah.
But so
he did that shit yesterday before he even finished. I'm like, yup.
Yeah.
He like, all right.
And I turned to him going, when we went to the gym.
Yeah.
It's easy. Thank God, anyway, that it's this easy. I got my bag in the trunk. We got a personal gym. I got a shower with it. So it makes it super easy. I don't, it's like, I would be ashamed of myself if I didn't work out because they've made it so easy for me. It's never been this convenient.
Yeah.
See, some people got
I just
that
need
different.
more. See, I like being in Bones gym.
Yeah.
He only got one shower. That's the turnover. But like, I like being around y'all. It motivates. You see sparring. You learning. It's just me and him.
Yeah.
And then,
Me and him.
Yeah.
And then the pad guy.
Me and him and the pad guy. And
Right.
it's like, you ain't going no extra miles. You ain't hitting the bag longer if it ain't nobody there to be like, come on, Naz. You know what I'm saying? It's just, all right, it's time. I'm going off my watch. I'm going off the time. All right, it's time to go.
Right.
I want our gym to have people,
Yeah,
man.
but to be fair.
And it's like I told him yesterday, we never gonna spar. If we keep training there, we never spar.
Nah, but to be fair, the shit, we ain't even like up and running 100%. So I feel like
Our gym, of course
So
not.
I feel like once we get it to where it need to be, of course we gonna have people there. We gonna have more
but till
people
then, it's just us. We turn the lights on. We turn the lights off. It's like
so y'all two should be y'all biggest motivators.
we are in a way.
Yeah.
We are in a way, but it's like I see he's getting frustrated with the pad man. Like he wants a little bit of constructive criticism, and he wants to be corrected.
Yeah.
And that's not my role either. Like, I know about the sport, but I don't want to be his coach anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need a real gym. You know what I'm saying? Like just for technique.
Yeah.
Just for the technique of the boxing, like, you know, to make sure we turn it. Like, you need a coach to be like, yo, turn that jab over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, correct.
See,
correct.
and like the pad guy, you know, he definitely works us and shit, but like
He's
for
just
me-
more fitness.
Yeah, see,
he's like, all right, go around. So now we going around the ring.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's working your cardio at the same
Yeah,
time. So he's giving you
for
them
me-
long ass
But he-
6-punch combinations.
he building the endurance.
And yes, he is.
definitely
He definitely
is, because
doing
let
that.
me tell you,
Had us doing push-ups on the fucking gloves. It was crazy.
let me tell you, I don't know, Devin was in camp at Bones, right?
Yeah.
And so a couple months ago, and we getting a workout in, and we damn near done.
Yeah.
And then Coach Rodney called us, and he like, nah, y'all gonna do this. And then Devin walk in.
He made us do like 500 jabs
Yeah.
on each hand and
Yeah,
shit.
it's 500 on each hand. Man, I get to throwing up and shit. I'm out of shape like a motherfucker, right? But I kept going. I'm cool, whatever. But my thing is like, I get what he's saying, because I'm like, damn, the champ just walked in. I can't stop.
Right.
I ain't the professional fighter, but I look like a bitch.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
100%.
But for me, I feel like it's all like in the head, because like with him, he talk so much shit in the gym.
Yeah.
That don't like affect me none. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like if I catch myself doing something wrong, that pisses me off more than like anything he could say.
You know what though? Hey, bro, when he talking his shit, you gotta get motivated off that shit. Like you gotta respond back to that shit to see where he talking that shit.
But here's the thing though, right?
Yeah.
I'm a lot younger.
Okay.
But the thing is, I used to be like this hothead. I'm like, any motherfucker say some shit to me, I'm like, it's whatever. Like, but my thing is, I learned that no reaction is the best reaction. So it's like,
True.
Yeah, you calling me a
Nah.
fat bitch. But it's like,
I don't be saying that, y'all. He wildin'.
look, coach, he'll call me a fat bitch, but it's like,
He's lying. I don't say that.
Nah, I mean, whatever you be saying.
Okay,
you
but
definitely-
not that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ain't saying bitch, you'll be like, oh, look, he threw the jab like a pussy.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So, but it's like, my thing is, bro, I ain't gonna say shit to you. Now you just standing over there looking at me, talking to yourself.
Nah, you subconsciously thinking about that jab looking weak.
Nah, yeah, I'll make sure I'm like, all right, he talking shit, but if he talking shit about the jab, maybe I do need to correct my jab. Maybe I need to turn it over. Maybe I'm not bringing my jab back quick enough. Like, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm responding. I guess you're right, because I'm responding with what I do and how I react, but I'm not really responding to him verbally. You get
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
believe they saying I'm using the shower as an excuse. I think that's just because you haven't had the luxury. Like, I've been to gyms all over the world.
Yeah.
And mad world champs. Wilder, Bones, Top Rank. I can't think of another gym with a fucking shower. Not no boxing gym. You know what I'm saying? Can't think of it. And I've been to a lot. Keith Thurman, Danny, actually
Gleason's?
Danny got a shower. First year.
Gleason's got a shower.
I ain't never see that shit.
Yeah.
And I've been to Gleason's. Is it even you? Do people use it?
Yeah. When I went up in there was like bunch of, you could tell they was like just rich guys that come in to work out in the morning. They are in the bathroom. I'm looking and shit. I'm like, not what I was expecting at Gleason's, but yeah.
Okay. I never even noticed the gym, the shower in Gleason's, but yeah, that is a thing for me. Like, if I leave here and we get to the gym at 10 o'clock, I'm supposed to jump in my car and go back home sweaty. And I'm a sweater.
Right.
I'm a real, I sweat. So I'm like, hell no, I love that there's a shower over there. And a locker.
Yeah,
Got a
yeah.
locker.
Yeah.
With a
I
lock.
don't even got to bring my gloves home. I just take my change of clothes every day.
Coach, I'm gonna put it to you like this:
Yeah.
the shower. I don't know about Ness because he's 6'5", tall as hell.
Yeah.
I'm 5'10", right?
Right.
I can literally stretch my arms out and I won't be touching like the walls in the shower.
Yeah, no.
I can-
So you say y'all good then?
Oh,
Hell
we great.
yeah,
Yeah.
we great.
Hell
We
yeah.
great.
Hell yeah.
We great.
Yeah.
And we got control of the Bluetooth. Like, again, I just need
More work.
more work. Not just
More-
a coach. I need a sparring partner. Like, eventually I want to spar. And I mean, who the fuck am I gonna spar? It's nothing. It's me and him.
I've been
Got you.
telling them, coach, like, yo, get in the ring. Yo, if my jab that week, get in the ring.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We got questions for the coach.
Yeah.
Ruin 504 New Orleans says, what's different about training boxers compared to other athletes?
I would say that's a good question. First, I would say definitely depending on what they're trying to work on. For an example, working with Booby, you know, he was trying to really increase his stamina. You know, overall, it depends. I can say it depends because most of it can be the same as well. You know, because it's about really having that balance. You know, so I can definitely say that's a tough question.
So you don't think there's a difference in training two separate athletes?
It's a difference. It's a difference,
but the exercises are pretty much the same.
Correct.
Because I can see, like, if a basketball player wants stamina so that he could play tighter D, because that takes a lot of energy to be up on somebody trying to, you know, strip them.
Yeah.
You got to be on them. You got to have a lot of stamina, stay on them, and be on top of them. That's kind of the same as high intensity activity from a fighter, being on top of somebody, like Mexican style, quote unquote.
Yeah, because that individual, like in basketball, I've seen basketball coaches use different drills. They have their own type of drills they use to keep their players moving a certain type of way.
Yeah, like suicides is the simplest thing.
Yeah, correct.
Stop and go, stop and go. So it's kind of replicating sprints anyway.
Correct.
You know. I got Brandon in Houston says, have you ever dealt with a fighter that just simply could not hold up the nutrition side of his training? If so, how much harder did it make your job, and how did you deal with it?
I never had a fighter thus far that had an issue with his nutritional side. They was telling me about that, because sometimes an individual can get by themselves and do things,
keep it away from you anyway.
Correct,
what about an athlete? Any other athlete you trained that, you know, it's like, man, yeah, this guy was great, but, you know, he
was dead serious about his work.
Okay.
Yeah.
The best dad ever, also from Baltimore, says, you made it out the jungle and be more, so we more alike than anything. It's Tank all day, every day. You got my respect. Next time in Baltimore, getting work in is a must. Keep pushing.
Man, salute. Will do for sure.
Right. James Benitez in Huntsville, Alabama says, our host, Nestor Gibbs, is a Border Wars champ, 4-0. As has some skill but lost a sparring
What'd he say?
But lost a sparring session to Sean Porter. Do you feel you can build him up? Build up Ness to be a pro fighter, and where would you start? Because he used to say he can compete with some heavyweights. So,
absolutely, I would.
So honestly, I still feel like I can compete. Come on, man. It's some heavyweights. I ain't talking about on TV. Not everybody on TV.
Yeah.
But there's some fucking heavy. I call shows in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, man, I'll knock this motherfucker out straight up. I swear to God. The Bully. My man like 46, 56 years old. He from out here. His name is like Roberto the Bully, some shit. Get the fuck out of here. That's somebody's grandfather, bro. There are some people I will at least get the fucking decision on in a 4-round fight.
Yeah.
Bro, you could be somebody's grandfather. What you talking about?
Fuck out of here, bro. I say I'm old. I'm nowhere near that old.
Bro,
you kidding me?
You think your son ain't fucking? Come on, bro. You
What you
definitely
mean?
could be a grandfather by now.
I mean, yeah, but he ain't make me one. My son is pretty. Shout out to my son. He doing me right.
Shout out to your son, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know,
he got nobody pregnant. Fuck that. That's a mistake. It's too. So I was just telling him, like, don't do it, baby. You 25. Keep on trucking, man.
Keep
you don't
pushing.
need that shit. I ain't, look.
Just have your kids out of the way by the time you're 40, like me.
I don't know, man. See, because you got your kid. You be having to run home. I don't like that. I don't want Peter on me, but I'm already tired of my dogs, man. I don't like running home no more. Like, for real. Like, I got to worry about the dogs and can't go on vacation and who going to house sit and are they going to treat them the way you treat them? It's like, nah.
Yeah.
That's a dog. Imagine you get kids. You don't want to go through that. My kid's grown. I'm done.
Yeah. And to answer that question, I would definitely work on your conditioning all the way first as a heavyweight.
Yeah, and I think that's where most heavyweights are lacking. That's why Fury was so good and Jared Anderson is so good, because these, heavyweights that do have stamina and agility, they can separate themselves. But that's always going to be my issue, man. I am a chronic smoker. Dispensary is always open. Shout out to Harading, our partners that keep us with the best and the greatest. So I do smoke out of cones, so it's hemp, but I feel like it's still smoke. Like I'm
Correct.
still fucking up them lungs in one way or another.
All that work you put in, you like you take it away.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I will say this: there are cases like we can Google runners. You know, it's called runners high. Marathon runners love to smoke before they run. I know fighters that smoke. You know what I'm saying? And I've smoked with fighters. Some people can get it off. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just not me. And again, I'm older. But yeah, not everybody is affected with marijuana.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna speak on that, and that's because my opinion, my perspective is that those individuals that have reached that elite level have built over the course of time tolerance of their body before they became that smoker. You know what I mean? So their body know how to respond to just what they normally know how to do, and that's get it in. So if they do smoke, it won't affect them as if it.
Bro, I would smoke literally before a 3-mile run.
Nah, it's
better. I throw them headphones on. Now I'm high as fuck. That music feels right. The scene, I'm looking at the tree, and you just go. You chilling. You know, you try to get into a rhythm.
I ain't tried it yet, but I had a friend, mind you, I was in the Air Force, so like I said, we would have to run 1.5 miles, right? And we had like 13 minutes and 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't hard to do. But I had a friend, so we would do like the push-ups, sit-ups, everything before the run. So they gave you 5 minutes from that to the run. He would go to his car and smoke a Black and Mild. He ain't gonna finish it, but he'd smoke a Black and Mild. He like, bro, that shit open my lungs up. Run 1.5 miles in like 9 minutes.
That's
9,
good.
10.
Yeah.
1.5 miles? That's good.
Well, maybe it might open it up for that moment. For sure. Yeah.
So, cause I ain't gonna lie, I tried it one time. I fucking hated it, bro. I was dying. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, tobacco itself fucks you up. Like, if somebody passed me a joint, like, you know, Jamaicans love crushing tobacco or phantom leaf in they shit, or, you know, some people we might smoke might be swishing. You take that should be, I stay away from tobacco. I'm no good with that. I think that was the last question from everybody. Coach Derek, can you give out your social media, let everybody know where they can follow you?
Yes, I am Derek Jackson. I am Derek Jackson.
All right, we're going to take a quick intermission and take this picture, and we'll... What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content, or right here on our YouTube members.